What Dusty May, the head men's basketball coach at the University of Michigan, did is not getting enough play. He went over when he was getting teased before the game at Michigan State and sat on the Michigan State bench. That is a boss ass move. Point is, he has handled pressure beautifully, and other coaches have not, to say the least. Let's talk about it. The woman in orange is Coach Kim Caldwell. She's the head women's basketball coach at the University of Tennessee. Now, obviously, Tennessee has had a rich history in their sports, not just women's basketball, but in particular women's basketball. Pat Summitt coached there, won 8 national championships. Candace Parker played there. They've had a lot of amazing players that have come through there. Now, Kelly Harper got fired a couple years ago, and I never remember her in any press conference or in any situation degrading her team in any way. Now, Coach Caldwell obviously is frustrated. She's a new mom. It's a tough job. It's a high-pressure job. And one of the things I thought about when I saw this and her barely shaking the hand of Coach Yo from Ole Miss after they got spanked was Coach Izzo. Now, there's been a lot of coaches that have lost their minds in pressers this year. I don't know what's happening. Maybe the transfer portal is making them go crazy. She's a new mom, so maybe she's just not having as much patience as she would maybe in 10 or 15 years down the road. But this is a little bit concerning. And so, Coach Caldwell, I hope you're okay. I watched the press conference after this very poor excuse of a handshake. You know, and Coach Izzo from Michigan State, if you want to take an example of someone who's classy, obviously he's got a national championship under his belt. He coached under a legend who had previously coached Magic Johnson. And, you know, these types of things, to me, are a little bit concerning. So let me know what you guys think. Most people aren't going to really care about it, but I don't like this look, and I don't think it's going to go over very well with the administration, with alumni. If her player had did that, she'd have lost her mind. I mean, as it was, we saw Coach Cronin from UCLA basically kick his own player out of the game, even though he wasn't kicked out of the game by the referees yesterday. You know, Doug Gottlieb went bananas on the referees in his presser at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. Coach Schaefer from University of Texas went bananas before the Tennessee game, and then they came back and won against Tennessee. I mean, we've seen this over and over again. Maybe more people should take after Dusty May. Now, obviously, they're the number one team in the country right now, but there's still pressure at Michigan, and do what he did, which was at the Michigan State game, he went over to the Michigan State bench when they were getting all over him and just sat on their bench, and there's a classic photo of him. That's how you handle pressure right there.